is it just not the case that that the tax code is just so ferociously complex that it makes it very, very difficult for people to be able to comply with it anyway? And indeed, we've had witnesses here. I think we've had two sets of witnesses, one of whom somebody I disagree with, so I won't necessarily mention his name, but he quite categorically said that if anybody wants to operate as a country, they should learn this. But he was rather a pompous man, he didn't like it. The rest of them, including the unions, all agreed that this was the big problem. It's just very, very difficult indeed to be able to comply with this country's tax code. And you talk about the fact that we're trying to aim for more simplification. But even after the budget last year, one of the comments made was that the rate of increase of complexity of the tax code had merely slowed down; it hadn't been reversed. I mean, we talk about this Office of Tax Simplification, but the fact of the matter is what is really genuinely being done about proper, significant tax simplification. And at the end of the day, is it not the case that actually perhaps we should just rip up the tax code altogether and start again from scratch in order, and I don't necessarily talk about the compliance, but in order to be able to make sure that people can actually understand what they're supposed to be doing?
Well, let me say two things again. The first is, we have actually succeeded in taking almost £600 million of burdens created by the tax code off business in the last 5 years, and aim to do more. But I think the Office of Tax Simplification, and I sit on the board with one of my Treasury colleagues of the Office of Tax Simplification, we are determined to simplify. The sort of things that we want to simplify is the approach for small business. And one of the most interesting pieces of research we've done recently is that for a small business starting up, that is not, if I can put it this way, on the straight and narrow on taxation within about 9 months. It might not get on the straight and narrow until we intervene, which usually comes with a big bill. And that has got to be improved significantly, and we're looking at how to do that. And I think the Office of Tax Simplification will come up with some pretty good proposals in relation to the taxation of small business. I think as well that some of the changes that are planned for pay-as-you-earn, particularly the simplification of end-of-year procedures in the next couple of years, probably ending the life of forms P45 and P46, which the nation at least knows the names of, if not what they do in the tax system, will help a great deal with individuals' understanding of the tax system. But I mean, we are determined to do more, and there will be an announcement shortly about a new programme, an additional programme for the Office of Tax Simplification.